Let's go to the Nationals Deputy Leader now, Kevin Hogan, who joins us live from the Sydney CBD. Thanks for joining us, Kevin. First up on this point, Senator Nampijinpa Price used to be in your party. Now she's with the Liberals. She just needs to apologise, clear this up and move on, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so, Chris. I mean, let's not forget Jacinta, what a hero she was through the Voice referendum. I mean, she almost single-handedly drove a national conversation, and she has a lot to add to our public debate. She's saying she didn't, the context of what she said she wasn't really, was how it sounded, and I certainly respect that because I'm with you, Chris. I have a lot of immigrants who live in my electorate, including a lot of Sikhs who are obviously from India, and some of them have been here, their families have been here now over 100 years, and they are aspiring people, and therefore they support our side of politics more naturally because we want to help aspirants. So, look, I think this will move on. Jacinta, I love Jacinta. Also, Alex Hawke, I mean, obviously the person that she mentions. I'm the Deputy Manager of Opposition Business in the House. Alex is the manager. I work with him every day. Yeah. And last week we had a good week. Alex, we led the debate on our home care aged care home care packages, which Alex was instrumental in.
Stick on this issue for a moment, though, because when it comes to immigration, do you agree with Jacinta Nampijinpa Price's key point, that is that this is affecting electoral politics? Now, if you forget about the various ethnic cohorts, do you think the large numbers of migrants being brought into this country, do you think Labor is doing that because they know that, on balance, they're likely to add to their votes?
Well, look, if the pollsters say that, I mean, I hear that, but that's not my experience on the ground, Chris. When I meet a lot of new immigrants into my community, especially in my electorate, and look, the essence I get from people who arrive in Australia, and this has been the case, let's face it, for a couple of hundred years, is they are aspiring. They want to come here for a better life, and they want to come here to create that better life themselves. They're not waiting for government to give it to them. And so I find that a lot of them are sympathetic to our side of politics because, we are for aspirants. We want people to succeed, not to rely on government. So, anecdotally, I have a different experience than maybe what the pollsters are saying.
Now, I want to bring you on to the net zero debate. John Howard, the former Prime Minister, has recorded an interview with Sharry Marks, and it'll air in full here on Sky News at 8 o'clock tonight. But here's what he's had to say about net zero.
I'm not persuaded that the world will come to an end if we don't reduce carbon emissions in a radical way.
Yeah. So abandon net zero, the 2050
Well, that
targets.
means that I'm doubtful that net zero is worth the price we're paying for it.
So would you agree with that? He carries a lot of weight, doesn't he, John Howard, that net zero should be ditched?
Chris, he certainly does. And, I remember John Howard as a Prime Minister, what a wonderful, great Prime Minister he was. So I certainly has to be listened to. Chris, I know you would say we should have abandoned net zero a long time ago, or we should abandon it tomorrow. I respect that. I respect the opinion of a lot of your viewers who would have similar views. But look, we are undergoing, as you know, we're undergoing a review. Senator Matt Carnarvon, who his opinions, and Ross Cadell are undergoing that review. We want to make a decision on this reasonably soon if we can, but we want it to be data-based, evidence-based. We are getting a serious data analysis done on this, and it's going to be very involved, and we want to look at the costs, look at the benefits, look at what the rest of the world's doing, and make an evidence-based decision. Now, we will come to that decision, Chris, not as quick as you would like, but we're going to arrive there, but we're going to undergo this review first.
Thanks for joining us, Kevin. I appreciate it. Kevin Hogan there, who's the Nationals Deputy Leader.